Am I in a relationship? She's actually watching me like. This video is sponsored by Mika's. I want to thank you, Angelina, for sending me these gifts. I'm so excited to try them on. I did want to show you guys the things that I got real quick. Starting off, I got this piece here. Looks like this is a sundress that I got. It's so cute. I'm so excited to try this on. And I know this is kind of late. Summer's about to end, but these pieces are real cute if you're going on your next vacation. So you got a trip coming up, birthday trip or a vacation, you going out the country, I'm gonna need you to shop with Mika's, okay? Don't play with them. I need this other piece here. This is, oh, this is my sundress that I chose. I thank you for this. This is a piece. It does kind of have a little opening in the front. I remember what it looked like when I ordered it. I'll be filming a try-on haul real soon. So, thank you again. And lastly, I got one more piece right here. Oh, this is my scarf top that I wanted. Thank you so much. It's so cute. Can't wait to rock it. So the little trending scarf tops are currently in right now for the summer. Summer's about to end, but you know, Florida is still hot. So don't sleep on Mika's for the rest of the summer. You guys, their pieces are so cute. I love Mika's. You could see on the post that I posted on my Instagram that I have worked with them before. I thank you for the packages, Angelina. I love you, I love you, love you so much. I'm glad that we established this relationship. Go shop today. All the information on where you can purchase each item will be listed down below. And use my discount code to get money off. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Marcella here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to finally get back and sitting in front of the camera again and showing you guys behind the scenes of my life. I'm so happy to be able to pick up a camera and make content for you guys. So it's really been since September of last year since I've been in front of the camera and posted on YouTube. So we have a lot to talk about. I didn't want to continue my YouTube channel return without giving you guys an update first. I've been working on videos and everything, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to post these videos without giving y'all an update. I can't just leave y'all hanging like that. But in advance, if I ghosted you, I'm sorry. Life has been lifing. But I'm so happy I'm in the position I'm in now to be able to be great, being able to do great things. I got so much in store. And yes, so before we get started, I do want to reintroduce myself. My name is Marcella. I'm 24 years old. I am going to be an incoming junior at University of South Florida, officially. Go Bulls. I will be attending the USF St. Pete campus. So I currently live in Tampa, Florida, but I will be moving to St. Pete for school. Of course, I'm class of 2026, so I was considered a transfer student. I also had my associate's or arts degree, but I took a break from school and I decided to make a return to school back in 2023. Take some prerequisite courses. If you're in college, you know these are basically courses you have to kind of take regardless in order for you to be qualified to start your major. And I got all that knocked out the way for 2023. Now we're here and I'm going to school. So yes, I'm excited. I did kind of have to make a choice between the two. If you guys really know me in high school, I used to really be a big FSU fan, and I still am to this day. Like, my dream school was to go to FSU, and if you guys really knew me, this whole journey of me being able to find myself started off with picking up a softball bat. I was a D1 softball player, and I played softball for about 7 to 8 years. Unfortunately, with the timing it was in and just feeling like I was overworked, and just mentally not being there anymore. I felt like I had a mental burnout, especially with the stuff I was going through with my family. I decided to part ways. But luckily during that time, I decided to further my education because I received a scholarship. I do want to let you know, I actually do have a podcast. I'm a podcaster. My podcast name is It's Her World. It's actually currently on Apple platforms and Spotify. I do have one special guest video with Pedro the Plug. I filmed that. I believe it was like episode 4, episode 5. Check that out. I will link everything down below. That podcast gives you basically an idea of how everything started, from the breakdown, from start to beginning. And then we left off in that podcast at the end of March because I was just coming back from New York seeing Nicki Minaj during that time. And I decided to put a pause for my podcast for that season. Currently, season 2 is in the making, so season 2 is coming, you guys. I did kind of want to get settled in with school first. I am working on a project and working on something big coming real soon. So I did want to prioritize that first and then go ahead and move forward. But now that I got all that out, hope you guys kind of sum up and kind of get to know me just a little bit more. We're going to get into it. So, yes, life has been lifing. Last time I talked to you guys, I quit my job. I left my job. I was a medical receptionist. I honestly really liked that job though. I was not going to hold you. But during that time, towards like the first quarter of 2024, I felt like kind of tired of 9-to-5s and I was just ready to do my own thing. I was really ready to like put the foot on the gas. You know, I already knew school was coming up. School was in my itinerary as well. But I really wanted to focus on my business. So that was already kind of like, you know, something that I was going through each job with. I've been with the job since November of last year. However, I was not getting along with the manager. I'm going to just flat out say that. Pretty much me and the manager, I don't want to say bumped heads, but I felt like, you know, it was something. I felt like most of the team that we worked with, pretty much all the medical receptionists, my medical receptionist, my partner medical receptionist was actually really nice. But it was a few other teammates that I did not get along with. The person who interviewed me, I loved her down. Like, I really miss her a lot. She's really the one that really motivated me to keep going and keep going. Like, you know, we cried together. I was there for her. I love her down. I still talk to her here and there through this day. But yeah, I was not clicking with the rest of the team. And I felt like I was being overworked too. And on top of that, I had that burden on me. So, and on top of that, I actually was in college. I was doing the spring semester. I was taking 3 classes. So all of that together, it was a no. So I decided to part ways. I actually parted ways right before I left for my New York trip. I went to go see my favorite artist, Nicki Minaj. And I'm going to see her again. So whoever got something to say, I don't care. And it's on she's coming on my birthday month. So yes, I am going to see her. That is my girl for life. And I'm going to say that for another day. And we can talk about it. We can talk about it actually in the comments. But anyways, that's where we kind of left off at. So moving forward, I didn't really continue my job search actually. I kind of just was like, I needed a little break. Again, I was just overly stressed. I did want to finish out my spring semester and then kind of chill. And then I had a lot of festivities coming up. I had, you know, my brother and sister graduated this year. Congratulations to them. I'm so proud of you if you're watching this. I love you guys so much. They're the reason why that I just keep going today. Like, those two are literally the main reason why I keep going. Like, it hasn't been no type of motivation in this world besides my mother and my grandmother. My babies literally made an impact. They really caused me to kind of like chill a little bit and just do my own thing and just go after what I know and be who God created me to be. So much love. And they're actually in college now. But yeah, during that time, May-ish, it was senior season, so we had senior nights, we had, you know, the banquets, you know how high school senior, this generation, you get everything, prom. So I wanted to be involved in that in any way that I can, you know, behind the scenes, like taking pictures and just being a support for them. Of course, the graduation, that was the main thing. And then that's when they started preparing to go to college. So they got accepted to their colleges, and they both had to go through the summer semester, which I'm gonna talk a little bit about how that impacted me and just a few. But yeah, around when they were leaving, part of me was like, okay, what I'm gonna do, because now it's just gonna be me by myself. I did end up moving back to my dad's house. I actually was living in my own apartment for a year, but because I already knew I was going back to school back in 2023, on 2023 was when early 2023 is when I moved out. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just break my lease. But it was a decision. Um, I'm in okay standard terms with my father, yes. It's just here and there, but I mean, you know, at this point, I'm just really focused on me right now, and, you know, my siblings, and it's just like, you know, whoever pours into me, whoever really motivates me and does not bring me down when they want to bring me down, that's who I'm always going to be here for. If you bring me down, if you constantly always got something negative to say here and there because you decide to wake up bitter, that's not my problem. You're not going to be I'm not going to associate myself with you. If I have to, then now I'm the type where I'll just suck it up. But when I don't, oh, it's on. And I will more than likely just cut you out completely. So that's that. So I decided to, you know, make amends and kind of come back. And, you know, it's been a journey. But right now, I'm just so thankful that God brought me all the way here. I'm filming this video knowing that I have 1 month left where I can learn how to be independent again, because I had that sense of independency when I moved to my apartment, but I was just having so much problems, like with my car. I was having so much car problems, and then I had that during the time I was trying to pay for my rent and everything. It was a lot, but it was like, you know what, I prayed. That was the time when I got kind of like closer to God. I was just like, because it was a tough journey, because I felt like it was like one thing after another, but I knew I had to stay positive. I knew I had a goal. So I came back, you know, and like I said, my twins basically, my twin siblings, they're the ones that really motivated me to, like, you know, bond with them. Just stay happy and positive, even though, like, I didn't like the environment I was in. They are the ones that motivated me to stay positive. You know, because I was the type that I was ready to argue, I was ready to fight. And sometimes I do have my moments, but now it's become easier because it's like, now I know where I'm going, I know where my destination is, so I just try to stay cordial and keep going. So yeah, that's that. But I want to get into how my siblings kind of impacted me a little bit, and how I felt when they first started leaving. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was emotional about it. Like, I'll be talking with my sister sometimes, and then, you know, she was like, why are you even crying? Like, I will be crying. I was crying like the first couple of days, because it was just like, you know, me and my sister are really close. My brother, of course, we're close too. But it was really me and my sister. We were always in our room, kind of like, you know, chilling and everything like that. Making jokes, and my brother, we'll all three of us be together. But we know, if we know, we know. We know the love we have for each other, and I know the love is there. And I love them too. And the fact that I could feel the love they have for me, it's such a great feeling. Like, you don't understand. Like, you know, when losing my mom, you know, she was the only adult figure that gave us that sense of love. So it was like, when she left us, it was just like, you know, who else? You know, if you guys were to have lived with my family, you can tell, like, where the love was really at. And it was like, I'm just glad I had my siblings. That's what when I tell my close friends that my siblings really saved me, they saved me. Because it's like, you know, I have my close friends too, my circle of people that I communicate with, and I appreciate all of them, like, always being able to be a listening ear, and the love and the support, oh my goodness, the support they give me, like, it's a great feeling, because a lot of people, there's some people out there that come up to me and be like, how do you do it? And it's the motivation. And then I'm resilient. Resilient has really been a word that I've been commonly using to classify myself when it comes to interviews and everything, as what is the best word that describes you? And I say resilient. And for those of you who don't know what that is, resilience is being able to overcome when shit hits the fan, basically. Being able to overcome anything negative that comes your way. You know, as you can tell based off of my story, I've been through it all. And I know there's people that have been through worse than me, but at the same time, you know, what I went through, I know it's been a lot. So, when they left, it kind of was just like, man, I don't even know how I'm gonna, like, being able to be just by myself, you know, like. And it was also because I stopped really, like, going out. Like, I used to go out here and there. Now I don't even really go out at all. Like, I'm trying to get back outside too, where I could be like, hang out for a little bit, listen to good music. But lately it's just like, I'm really just waiting to have my fun, you know, once I get settled in. But yeah, it was emotional. I was having a little bit of separation anxiety, I would say. So I was a little bit upset being separated, and, you know, I don't want to say depression, but separation, depression a little bit. But being able to visit my sister, I know my brother is in Tallahassee, so I contact them, you know, when I can and everything like that. But work also helps me as well. So I did end up finding another job. At first, I was not going to continue my job search, but I was like, for the sake of the fact, I did need to save up a little bit more money than what I was making as an entrepreneur for a couple of months. And on top of that, being able to get out the house, I decided to suck it up and just work a job. And of course, you know, when it comes to school, you'll just go from there. So, yeah, so I'm currently working. I work for an insurance company. Not too crazy, but it is something, you know. And right now, I feel way much better than I was, and I'm just overly grateful. Like, being able to, you know, wake up every day just knowing, like, dang, I'm about to be going to college soon, like, full-time, a full-time student. I wasn't full-time when I was in college. I was just taking classes, so that was that. So yeah, it's really been a lot. It really has been, but I'm grateful. I'm just so thankful. I'm so excited. The next thing I wanted to touch on as well is just giving up on my dream. So real quick, I am working on my media agency. That's something that I've been focusing on. I'm prioritized right now. But a lot of people are asking me what happened to makeup. Me personally, I felt myself falling out of love with makeup, and I already knew there was two things I wanted to do, and I was prioritizing both makeup and my media agency. But my only thing was, it wasn't even the fact that I had to learn so much. It was just like the circumstances and being able to put so much work into something, and I know it came with practice. And just, you know, I did come through a couple of clients that were just like, you know, I didn't like it at all. I just got tired of feeling that pressure. That was one of the things that was kind of discouraging for me. But at the same time, I just fell in love with it. Like, just to be clear, when it came to makeup before this, my goal was always to inspire women to start something. And just not necessarily rely on a 9-to-5, but being able to start their own thing, start their own platform. That's always been my motive before I even picked up a brush. That was my whole reason of me going to college. And I was like, you know, I talked to a few people. I talked to my hairstylist too, but I felt like deep down inside, I wanted to do something bigger. Like, even if I was a makeup artist, I knew it wasn't nothing temporarily. And I wanted to make a mark on my media agency instead. So yes, I am officially closing my books for makeup. Maybe in the future I will decide to start makeup again. I might even include it in my services, but as far as like taking appointments, I have decided that I am going to move forward that was a hard decision for me to make. But I knew my purpose was way more than just, you know, making women feel beautiful. Of course, I want to make women feel great about their accomplishments, but and what they are accomplished. And I want to cater to women as well, because women has always been my targeted audience. But I really have a bigger purpose than that. So I decided to close my books to further notice. So Color Me Glamorous is actually going to be closed for business. And we'll just see. We'll see what the future holds. But I am prioritizing my media agency right now. And I want to be a part of someone else's journey and watch them grow. Being able to be a part of somebody's journey and helping them and doing whatever you can to help them, that's really my motive right now. And that's what I'm going to stick with. So yeah, so that is that. That was actually a huge decision to make, but I knew there was more for the better. And I'm sorry, I took notes. I'm surprised I did pretty good without taking any notes, and I am outside, by the way. I just really wanted to film this video. I did want to film it this weekend, but it was a lot going on. Couldn't do it in time, so I am sitting in the car just filming. So I'm gonna need you to don't do me. But yes, so the next thing I want to talk about is losing motivation while working. So basically, it was kind of difficult because when I was not working, I really was dedicated. I had a routine and set, and I was always, you know, watching church services. I would attend virtual church every Sunday. But when it came to my job, it was really a hard adjustment to make, to be able to carry my routines and bend my routines to fit my 9 to 5. So I did catch myself backsliding a little bit due to, you know, lack of motivation. But now, like I said, I know it's not hard to lose motivation. It's just really motivating yourself to get back into it. At one point, I stopped making content, period. Like, I had my phone broke at one point before I got my camera. And that really just tipped me off to the point where I was just like, you know what? I'm not even going to use nobody else's camera. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm just like, I can't believe this happened. I had a whole, like, I don't want to say a meltdown, but I was so upset. Like, it happened a day after my best friend's graduation. Like, I was pissed. But it is difficult. Like, what I want you guys to get out of this part is, like, don't stop. Even if you do have to take a break, I understand what people's circumstances. I've been through it. Like, with situations where I didn't have my car, and it was just, I used to make every excuse why not to do this. I still find a way to at least do something to be able to tie into the umbrella of the journey you want to go through. So I definitely agree that it is easy to lose motivation, but you just have to kind of like keep going. So that was that. But now, like I said, you can always start small to get back in there. And now here I am. I'm back on YouTube. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I can't wait to show y'all all the content that I have for you guys. But yes, I am really excited. Okay. And again, I'm trying to memorize everything. Let's see. Okay. I think I want to touch on 2 more topics with you guys, and then I'm going to get into some questions that you guys asked me. Sorry, it's currently raining right now. But one of the first topics is, am I in a relationship? No, I'm not in a relationship. Just to give you a little background, I have been single for a year. Last time I was in a relationship was January of 2023. That's when we parted ways. So, yes, I'm single. Am I looking? No, I'm not looking. Would I be open to dating? I mean, we can meet up or something. Like, we can chill. Like, it's not nothing serious. Nothing serious now, but no, for real. Like, I'm not trying to be on a dating scene, but, like, who knows? Like, I'm really friendly. I'm not gonna hold you, and that's something I'm working on. But, I'm I'm not dealing with no bullshit. I'm not, if you coming with that mess, I'm not, no. So, yes, it's been a year. I'm not going to talk about my last relationship because it was a hard one to get past. I was on and off with the person for about 2 years. Like, my whole thing is, I will say this. My whole thing is, I'm not going to sit here and pour my all to a person, just show as much as what I think I can to, you know, show my love for them. And they just don't feel that type of love. They don't believe me. They feel like I got to give more. When I'm giving you your all, I feel like, you know, I'm doing the best way I can, but you can't, like, open up to me. That was one of the biggest problems I had in my last relationship. And there was a lot of insecurity problems. It was just like, I'm the type where I don't really cheat. Like, I don't really cheat like that. If I do, like, be in somebody else's DM or something like that, you must not be giving me everything. So I'm going to just make that clear. So it's like, if you're not giving me, like, what I want, if I feel like the connection not there, yeah, I might just respond to a DM if somebody reach out, have a conversation. But when it comes to, like, cheating, like, especially now, like, I'm going to be 25. I feel like I matured a lot within this past couple of years. So it's just like, I'm with you for the one. Once I'm with you, I'm with you. Once I love you, ain't no going back. And I love this person down. Like, sometimes I think I have came across and thought about the person, you know, just like, damn, I can't believe this. And of course, I'm going to always have love for them. But at the same time, I wasn't dealing with it no more. Another thing is, too, I'm not dating nobody that's lower than my standards. So it was just like, you're not helping me grow. Like, the man that I want to learn from the man. And of course, you know, not be criticized, because I done dealt with adult figures in my life. And there's really no shade that will basically bash women. Basically kind of just, you know, say what they gotta say, horrible things about women. I've been around those type of people, like, and those negative people. And I'm trying my best to really cut ties with them. To be honest, if I gotta keep it real. But right now, I'll be damned if I get in a relationship similar to the adult figures that I, you know, went through and dealt with. So, yes. And I also am 1 year celibate. So, no, I ain't been doing no activity either. So, for the girls out there, no, I haven't been hunching. No, I have not. Yes, I am 1 year celibate, and I'm happy. Celibacy, I would say, is it's hard at first. And it wasn't really because of that. I've never been that type of person. I've never really been into that. It was just more of like, you know, I love you type of vibe. But it was just like, when it comes to celibacy, I feel like, see, I can't really say too much. Like, I can't really give too much advice on it. Me personally, I was already falling out of love with people in general. So it's just like, once I fell out of love with you, once I'm not into dating, like, why would I, you know, that's just me. So everybody has their own different aspects. Some people don't like being celibate. That's their business. But me, I'm in my own little world now. I'm not looking for that. I ain't looking for men. I ain't out here looking for men. But, you know, that's where I'm at. So, yes. And I think I've touched on everything. That is my life update. And again, if you know, you know. I have a few friends out there. I love them so much. I really do. It's like, it's tough, because one of the things I know I struggle with is, like, communicating. You know, I'm the type where, like, I'll communicate you some days, and I just may not, I'll just post and not talk to you any other days. And it's really nothing shady or nothing. It's just like, I just don't feel like talking to people, you know? So, yes, that's where I'm at with that. If I ghosted you, this is my public apology. I love you down. If you know, you know. I really love everyone that's really been a part of my life, that I let in my life, that's made some kind of impact, whether it be the laughs, whether it be the sit downs, whether it be just your presence during the times where it's just like, you know, I felt down about certain things. Like, you listened. you listen to me, you know that I love you. So you know who you are if you're watching this. We're locked in for life, you know. I'm just grateful for you. I really am. So it's huge special shout out to my friends. I love you all so much. All right, now let's get into the Q&A. And I'm going to ask a few questions that you guys asked me, and I will answer them. What advice would you give others trying to pursue the same career path as you? I really like that question. I really do. I kind of touched on it a little bit on this video, but like I say, try not to lose motivation. There is times where sometimes you don't feel like getting up. Same thing with a job. Just keep going. Just remember your why, remember your purpose, remember your motivation, remember the reason why you thought of starting that career in the first place, and just keep going. Like, even if you can't, like, for one day you can be able to do so much, and then for next day you only accomplish one task. Don't let that day where you feel like you accomplished just little to nothing just depict your whole career path. If you have 0 clients, or if you only did one PowerPoint slide today, or you only did one little flyer today, or you didn't write down any of your goals, that's okay. We are not perfect. God did not create us to be perfect. I just encourage you to keep going, keep studying. Try not to consume so much on social media. Use social media to learn too. Like I said, TikToks too. Look up TikToks, look up YouTube videos so you can learn your career path. Like, I'm not saying spend all day. Of course, have your fun. But make sure that, you get serious and start doing your research on your career path. So that's what I would say on that. But good question, by the way. What life lesson have you learned so far in 2024? This is hard because it's a few lessons. Let me see if I can break it down to 2. Number 1, if they are for you, they are for you. You have something to accomplish right now. And I say that because it's like, there's people that are either leeches, there's people that may talk about you behind your back or even to your face, and there's people that are like wasting your time or taking you to a direction where you either fought back from, or like just know that this is not the right direction. As soon as you see that red flag, cut them off. If they're for you, they're for you. Life will go on. You will meet people eventually, meet your circle. I learned this in my last event that I attended. My friend Tyler spoke, and he really touched on this as well. Your team will find you, and he mentioned once they find you and you build that team, it's the best feeling in the world. So if they're for you, they're for you. Another lesson that I learned, and it's a lot, what's crazy? I be saving a lot of these quotes on social media, chat, and they be some good quotes, but for real, just keep going. No matter what take you down, no matter who try to take you down, no matter what try to bring you down, where, when, why, keep going. Know your purpose. That's my biggest lesson. Because there's always light at the end of the tunnel. God didn't create this little path to be just one lane road. He made it like an obstacle course. And honestly, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I still thank him to this day. You may question, you may fight, you may cry, but keep going, keep waking up, keep doing what you gotta do. So those are my 2 life lessons. 1 second here. Put my phone on do not disturb so I won't get any messages. But next question, what long-term vision do you have for your career and your life? My media agency, that is my baby. My goal is to be able to mentor women, help women with their journeys where it comes to business related, being able to help promote, being able to have all the resources needed for women to be able to pursue what they want to pursue, whether it be content creating, influencing, especially anything in the media. Like, I want to have my own internship opportunities, just like, I've been looking for internship opportunities as well, and I actually secured a few options. I want to do that for women. Like, I don't want to just be that type of business. I want to definitely cater for college. students, women specifically, and connect with more women in the media. So I want to be an advocate for women to keep chasing their dreams. Like, I mean, I know I feel like I kind of am now, but I want to grow from there. So let's see. My next question, what is your biggest motivation? I think I already touched on this as well. My mom, I will start with her. My mom is my biggest motivation because when we, before, you know, she had got sick, you know, it was kind of rocky a little bit during my high school years. And I felt during high school I was so conservative. Like, I felt kind of isolated because, of course, my twin siblings were still like kind of babies a little bit. So I was just like, they had themselves, are always like playing around. And, you know, with my mom all the time, I was just always locked up in my room. You know, and there was often times where my mom felt like I was just a selfish human being or not just opening up to her. And I knew it wasn't true deep down inside. And at first it felt like everything that I was trying to do just to now start that conversation wasn't working. And I wasn't really feeling that connection until she got sick and everything. And that's watching her and going through that was literally, I would say to this day, was the hardest thing I ever got to go through. I got 8 tattoos. That had nothing to do with the pain that I experienced during that time. I done been through a lot. I've been through a lot of pain. Like, I could really go on about it, but that right there, it was just like hurts because I started to see the connection with my mom during that time, which me and my mom was always close. Like, I used to be on my mom's leg playing with my mom's hair, and it was just like, you know, I used to have regrets because of high school. You know, it kind of ruined that for me a little bit. I felt like I ruined that chance. But my biggest motivation is her, is because, like, it just hurts because everything that I'm doing, you know, I just wish she was here to be a part of it. And I know there's days there, like, you know, she's watching over you, but I just wish that even if she doesn't see everything, she could just see a glimpse of what I'm doing and, like, getting approval. And one of the hardest things is just, like, listening to people and kind of understanding that. You know, I'm always being told that, you know, when I could tell you this. One of my friends that I had, a coworker, her name is Casey. Rest in peace to her soul. Like, that was my dog for real. And we used to be sitting back on her porch, and I used to smoke. I actually stopped smoking, but when we was smoking, she used to tell me, like, you know, look, it's a cardinal right there. It was a cardinal right there. You know, cardinals mean that an angel was coming to visit. So I used to be like, well, I wonder, you know, who that could be. And I'm thinking it was for her. And ever since that day, I have not seen a cardinal ever. Like, and this was like a couple of years back. I known her for years. So it's been a couple of years back since we had that conversation. And it's just like lately, these past few months of this year, I've been seeing cardinals. So part of me is like, is this a sign for real that she's actually watching me? Like, that's my biggest motivation for real. Like, she is, my mom is a strong woman, and she went through it all. She went through it all with my father. I'm not going to get too personal with that. And she motivates me to don't step my foot down on anything. Be ready for anything that comes my way. And, you know, she's my motivation because I want her to look down and be like, you know, I'm proud of you. Because, like I said, the things I was being dumb in my freshman year, you know, the things that, and I'll talk about that another day, but during my high school year, you know, I was just finding myself, and we know high school is always like a journey. for us, and of finding ourselves too, finding out who's your friends, what your likes, your dislikes. And you know, I felt the connection from her, me and her just kind of drifting. So I really want her to kind of look down one day, maybe that cardinal, like the day of my biggest accomplishments, maybe the day of my graduation, that same day I see that cardinal and be like, it's her. So she motivates me every day to just keep going. And underneath that, I would say my grandmother. I miss her as well. Like I said, these two women in my life were the only women I looked up to. So imagine you losing the two women, only women in your life. The two, matter of fact, forget women. The two people in your life that you looked up to, all of a sudden just gone. It's like, where do you go from there? You know, my mom, I'm grateful my mom watched me during my graduations, both of them. But unfortunately, she wasn't here for my adult life. So you can imagine where my early adult life was at. I was finding stuff out on my own. Like, it was really difficult. I'm glad I was able to get through the scariest days too during my early adulthood life. And I have matured quickly. Because I'm 24. I'm turning 25. So I'm glad some people, you know, they just spend all their 20s just not knowing. I'm glad that I have that sense of urgency. And a sense of common sense too, to kind of like be able to navigate where I can. Of course I ask for help, but it's hard. I salute to those who lost a parent. I'm here with you and everything like that, but it's tough. Underneath my grandma, who was such a sweet soul to me, like I used to sit on her her favorite green rocking chair, and I never wanted to leave. I always wanted to go to her house. Like, I just wish I can, you know, talk to her again and just have a conversation with her again too. But lastly, my siblings. My siblings are my motivation for real. So yes. So, you know, I'm glad I have them. They're really, I don't want to say the only people that I have left in my life, but their souls is really the ones that I'm so connected to. And I just pray that God watches over our relationships and we don't drift apart. So, on to the next question. What is your process with pursuing business ideas? My process is a little bit different. I'm a Libra, you guys. So I overthink a lot. I'll be in my sleep, I'll wake up, have a whole business plan written out. But I would say this kind of gets into the whole content creation thing, which I absolutely love. I kind of take a day and batch create. What that means is taking a day out your time and just pouring out all your ideas. This also includes your research. And research doesn't mean going on Google. It means look at what's trending on social media so you can have that vision and idea. Like, I can't pour my mind out to you guys and tell you what I be thinking, but I do know my creativity was always been there since I was a kid. So I always been creative. I always knew how to draw. I'm an artist for real. I just stopped drawing. So the creativity, that's a whole different story. So creativity along with my batch creation, it will take it to a whole different world. So that's why I'm glad I'm tapping into my creative director bag. But next question here. Are you in a relationship, and if not, what's holding you back from one? I did already kind of touch this. I'm not in a relationship, and what's holding me back from being in one is, like, again, I don't want to say finding the right man, because I'm really not looking for a man, but at the same time, I'm like, there's certain factors and certain stuff that I already dealt with. I'm not trying to go through again. I'm not trying to be attached to the wrong person. So you really are going to have to step up your game if you're trying to, you know, mess with me. I need some recommendations on shooting content. I can tell you this, I am working on something where I am going to be able to talk about this for you guys. I'm not going to gatekeep or anything, so I want you guys to stay tuned for that. But I will say, start out small. You have your phone, use your phone. Don't be going out to buy equipment. I did invest in my equipment because I knew I was going to use this for the long run. There was a reason why I decided to purchase a Sony ZV-1F. I wanted to record YouTube, but I also am working on other things as well. But I would say lighting matters. I would say don't always try to use your hand often, because that gets tiring. Invest in a tripod, invest in your lighting. Matter of fact, all the content tools that I use, the equipment is linked down in my Amazon storefront. So me personally, I'm gonna just tell you, go purchase my stuff in my Amazon storefront. Stop waiting. Do it today. Do it today. Yes. Invest in your content though where you can. Settings, like I like to record. I got my phone now. When it comes to video, ooh, I look at this. But when it comes to video, I like to do 4K. Do 4K on my videos. Make sure your camera is clean, and I record from there. I use apps like CapCut. You can use Instagram too, and I use Canva to kind of edit and put your little fun edits to it. But yes, TikTok show you those tutorials, and I am going to be dropping some tutorials too. Like, I'm not trying to be here to gatekeep. It's just content creation. That's a whole nother video for another day. But yes, all my content equipment I use, I'm putting them in my I'm putting the link to my Amazon storefront in the description. So I'm gonna need you to get there to it now if you're ready to invest in your content. One last question. Your first love story. See, my problem with me, well, it's not even a problem. I don't know why I say problem. It's not a problem. I haven't really been in a lot of relationships. So, for the person asking this question, I'm pretty sure you want me to talk about you, which is so funny to me. But my first relationship is what you want me to say. And I'm gonna just keep it real. We're gonna keep it real. This person, I'm gonna tell you this. I was in middle school, and we were like, I think he was like 4 to 5 years apart. But me personally, during that time, I felt like I was just trying to fit in with the crowd. Like, I wanted to experience what a boyfriend and girlfriend would feel like. I had this one little middle school boyfriend, but we just talked. We were like friends. We knew that we weren't ready for it. But this was like my second so-called relationship. It went okay. Like, you know, I invited to my neighborhood a few times. It was like okay, like during the time. I mean, I was young, so it was just like I was going with the flow. I felt like I was in love, like I was deeply in love. You know, I was in I think it was in 8th grade, not 6th grade. 6th grade was way too young, but 8th grade. So I'm thinking like, oh, I'm in love. I got a boyfriend who used to try to talk and post about it, and we was young too. But I did get caught up. And when I going back to where my mom kind of lost trust with me, I snuck this boy into my house, and that was nothing like happened between us, but that was the most embarrassing thing. Like, I'm trying not to go back to them days, but that was so embarrassing. Like, I regret it so much. Like, I really do. I regret doing that. But yeah, so that really was a flat, not a flat, but that's really one of the reasons why I broke it out, because now it's just like, now you got my mom looking at me in some type of way, and I'm like, no. So, I mean, I think we were still kind of together during that time, but it was always like long distance. It wasn't even really a real relationship. Like, that junk faded off. Now, like I said, I'm going to keep it cute because you're the one that asked me this question. You know, time has passed. I am not in the right space right now to be messing with a man. So if you want me to say I love you and all that, no, I don't love nobody. So I am chilling. I'm focused on my goals. Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. So it's a no for me, respectfully. No shade. It's really no shade. I am on a whole different level now. We are in 2024. I'm not how old I was, 14. So yeah. So it was cute during the time. I mean, it was a little bit embarrassing, and it's really no shade, but yeah, I moved on. I'm cordial. Like I said, we're cordial. And it's just like, yeah, I appreciate, and he does show his support to me. I do be watching that. And you know, that's nice and all, but it's just like, it's not a good, I'm not on that anymore, if that makes sense. So yes, anyways, I'm not gonna make this all about that. I do want to conclude. I'm so excited for what's in store for my YouTube journey again, especially on going to college. I can't wait for you guys to see the content. I'm so glad I was able to pour everything out. It actually was a little therapeutic to me, as it kind of was a rough day, and on top of that, it's raining. It's Florida. Welcome to Florida. But yes, I thank you guys for tuning in. First video is down. Yay, we made it. I will be able to connect with you guys. Follow me on Instagram, call her Cella. Follow me on TikTok, Cella Simone. Everything will be linked down in the bio. Invest in your content. I'm telling you, if you're a content creator, you need some equipment, go right now after this video to my description. Oh, and if you want to get to know more about me, again, my first season of my podcast, It's Her World, is also going to be in the link below. You can watch it on Spotify and Apple platforms. And yes, I'm so excited, you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you next time. Bye. You're really gonna have to step up your game if you're trying to be with me, if you're trying to be my boyfriend, my husband, etc. You're gonna have to step your cookies up. No, but for real, like, I'm not easy. My guard is all the way up, so don't even think you can come what you trying to come with. But yes, that's what's holding me at. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm gonna answer one more question. Oh, actually, I got two more questions.